happy with internet, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti, and welcome to Adventure Jurassic Park Season 3, Part 38. In the last episodes, we did stuff. In this episode, we're going to do other stuff. Primarily, we're just going to check on the dinosaurs a bit, and I'm going to show you some pretty amazing, if I may say, some expansions on the Aquatic Park. But yeah, first we're going to take a look over on this side with the aquatic animals to see how they're doing. Because well, they've been in the Jurassic Lake for a little while, so I just wanted to see whether they were still okay. I'm gonna take the shortcut here and make my way through the jungle. The official way is going on the other side of the... I also could have gone that way with... what the hell? Random snow. I also could have gone that way with the... yeah, with this road. But I didn't. But now I know I did, so we can just continue from here. So yeah, I'm going to check on the aquatic animals pretty quickly to see how they're doing. I bet they are very hungry. And I've got steak, but I don't think they'll eat that because they're piscivores, I believe. Which means they only eat fish. Also, I forgot to put any entertainment in here, so I guess they're going to be pissed off. Not that if I would put any entertainment in... Oh, no, look at them. He's happy. Not that if I were to put any entertainment in here, these guys would be not spazzing out enough to find it or anything. They'll probably just won't be. They probably won't be able to find it at all. But yeah, so the Tylosaurus is over there, spazzing out as well. Sarcosuchus is down here, determined to go through here or something. I don't know. He's reasonably. She's reasonably happy. Oh fuck! I'm gonna drown. Oof. There we go. So yeah, the Mosasaurus is fine. Tylosaurus, I mean, is fine. Let's check on the Plesiosauruses. There they are. Whee! Also, I don't really think these guys are going to be able to find any of the entertainment stuff that I may put in their things, because look at how much they're spazzing out. And then the Mosasaurus, who I believe hasn't moved a single centimeter since the time I put him in here. Oh yeah, I don't really like the way that he looks at me like that, but okay. He's reasonably happy. I did tame him. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, no game. Don't worry. He only spins around on his position. He doesn't really swim around. Which is a bit weird, but... Well, yeah, what the hell can you do about it? That's it, basically. Anyway, so yeah, for this episode, I'm basically just going to walk around the park a little bit and check on the dinosaurs, see how they're doing in their new environments. And I'll show you the another decently big update on the Aquatic Park, which is coming along quite nicely because right now I'm focusing primarily on getting the Mosasaurus Stadium done, so that we can move the Mosasaurus out, and then we can focus on getting the other aquatic creatures. Whoa. Of raptors. And then we can focus on getting the other marine reptiles out there. So yeah, first, because I already started working on the Mosasaurus Stadium, I want that thing to be finished, and then we can focus on the other things. So let me really quickly just take a look at how the prehistoric insects are doing here in the insect house. The Mongol arachne. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I hate spiders. Oh, what the hell? Where the hell are all they? Oh, it sounds like the TheMBmulti are around. Yep, there they are. It's kind of difficult for these guys to not find them because there's a huge colony in that hill over there. But there's one of the Bermuda scorpions. And there's another one. Let's take a look whether the Arthropleura is still here. Oh, there he is, yep. That's all I needed to see, just a glimpse of the Arthropleura over there. These are Bermuda scorpions still in the hollow tree thing. And these disgusting things are here as well. Okay, so all the insects are fine, which is good. I think I will take the train station, the monorail station to where I need to go eventually. Let's check in the what's it thing called again? Glacier Park. Oh, look at that! They're all going to sleep. Aww, saber-toothed tigers look so cute when they sleep. Whoa, you are guarding the door over here. Elasmatheriums, or whatever the plural is of Elasmatherium. Elasmatherii, I don't know. Ow. Oh. You need to... Oh, crap! We have lost the dodo by the looks of it. Oh, I think he got stuck underneath the thing here. Okay. See, that this is why you need to check on your dinosaurs from time to time. So now we only have 3 instead of 4. Unless one is hiding back here. Look at how many toys they've got as well. They keep like messing around with it. Right, so we need a new dodo. I will drop by the laboratory and see whether we have any dodo DNA. Oh crap. Right, also maintenance, or anyone basically. I need someone to get some more plants over at the dodo paddock because they're almost run out of tall grass to eat. So get some men over there to fix that. Right, so I'll just take the monorail station to the visitor center and let's check whether we have any DNA left. And let's add another dodo. Because right now, because of all the dinosaurs, basically all the dinosaurs are here, with the exception of the Ichthyosaurus, who hasn't arrived yet. And I believe that's the only one that we're missing. Could be wrong though. But yeah, since most of the dinosaurs are here now, which is amazing, most of the we are making a lot of money again, and we are finally able to do some more experimenting in the laboratory. Oh. Come on, give me that thing. Let's do that again. That didn't work at all. There we go, that works. So, we'll just travel over to the... we'll make a quick pit stop at the Aquatic Street, but we'll just go to the visitor center, and we will take a look whether we have any dodo DNA left in the things. So yeah, as I said, because the almost all the dinosaurs are here again, and the park is getting all the new rides, you know, the new Aquatic Park, which is coming out, which is coming along, and all the other things that we've got planned. It all is very promising. So a lot more people are coming into the park, and we're making a lot more money, which is very useful for allowing this stuff, because otherwise we would have to send another entire expedition to fucking Site B to try and capture those dodos. But now we can actually go to the laboratory and fix some. Also, we haven't really figured out what's wrong with that Kalenkin in the last episode. Oh, there's also an intensity level sign that's missing. In the last episode, we had one of the Kalenkins that has isolated herself from the rest of the group. What they're called again? Veterinarians. That's the word I was looking for. Our veterinarians are still busy with it. I think she's still out there. They've at least mentioned that it is not some sort of disease or anything. So it is not. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, that Kalenka just has isolated herself from the rest of the group because all the other Kalenkans are over there. But yeah, we haven't really figured out what it is yet. But at least it's not some sort of disease, so it's not necessary for us to put her in some sort of containment area or quarantine her. That is not necessary, which is good, because that's the thing that we need to know from the beginning, of course. It's something that we need to know very fast, so we can act on it. But it is not some kind of disease. It's something in her behavior, so they'll be running some checks and errands on her to see what's wrong. Maybe we'll drop by. If they haven't figured out in the next episode, I can dedicate an entire episode for getting it done. But yeah, who knows? A theory is that the what's it called? That she is actually pregnant, just like Tracy was a couple episodes, somewhere in season 2 that was, I think. Oh yeah, I'm now okay. Whatever. I'm kind of, yeah. I wanted to take the monorail and go over to the visitor center, but I, for some reason, started walking. And now I'm already halfway. Well, more farther than halfway, actually. So, there's no point in me returning at this point. Anyway, so yeah, but also when Tracy got pregnant, there she is, she also isolated herself a bit from Troy, and she laid eggs a couple months later. Or a couple of weeks later, I mean. So yeah, but they haven't really decided whether that is the case or not. I personally think it is, although I'm not an expert on Kalenkan behavior, because I'm just going on my instinct of what the T-Rexes behave, and basically, as who was that again? I can't remember who it was. I'll just look it up really quickly. I'll get my webpage in the background. Someone said like. Well, technically, the Kalenkan is a dinosaur too, because it's a bird, and birds are dinosaurs. Or something. Something in the last episode, somewhere I said that the Kalenkan isn't a dinosaur, and then someone commented, it's like, oh no, the Kalenkan is technically a dinosaur because it is a... Oh, shut up. I don't know. No, shut up. Shut up, me. Alright, who was that? Alpha Raptor Hunter, yeah. Well, Kalenkan is technically a dinosaur since birds are dinosaurs. Sorry for being a smartass. Thank you for that one. And it was pretty funny. Yeah, as I believe in the last episode I said something like Kalenkan is a dinosaur, and you may place that comment then. But yeah, as I said, I don't really. I'm not an expert on the behavior because they're just completely different species. But yeah, I've seen similar-ish behavior with the T-Rex, so therefore I thought, oh, maybe it's the same thing. I don't know if it is. We will see. If it's not, the experts are on it now, so I guess we will find that out eventually. Yes. Oh yeah, I was going to go to the laboratory. That's why I was going here. Alright, let's go to the laboratory. No, that's not the wrong one. No, that's not the right one. What's it? 4412. No, that's another. That's for the staff lounge, I think. No. It is some sort of triangle shape. Fucking hell. There's always some keycard that I forget, isn't it? Laboratory 5795. 579. Oh, it's that triangle down there. Need to do something with the 5. Alright, hello guys. Alright, let's go in here. And oh yeah. Of course, nothing is there. We need to put that stuff in there, but we don't. Right, is there anything in here? These are the prehistoric plants. Do we have anything at all? It's actually a better question at this point because I can't find anything. Maybe in... Yeah, that is the chest with all the milk. This is the random garbage chest. We have some Confucius eggs, but that is not what we need. Prehistoric biology, no. Dinosaur DNA research. Maybe it's in here, or is this only Jurassic Park stuff? No, we only have 4 amber in there. We have some stuff left over in the DNA extractors. No. And this, yeah, etymology. What? Etymology. Yeah, I do have to pronounce it correctly, of course. Alright, actually, hang on a minute. Can we extract Dodo DNA from there? Yes, we can. And okay, that's useful. We can do it like this then. Oh yeah, of course. There is only a certain chance that it actually will generate Dodo DNA. It would be hilarious if it would give me like saber-toothed cat DNA or something, or T-Rex DNA, or bone meal. Yeah, these are just random feathers. It doesn't work. Perhaps the Dodo meat. Yeah, Dodo meat works as well. Please, I only need 1 piece of Dodo DNA, and then it's fine. There we go. Thank you. Boom. You got a Dodo DNA. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump down here. We're going to grab a bucket of milk. We're going to throw that thing in the... what else is this thing called? Cultivating vat. Throw that... Oh, that's the fuel. Throw it in there. There you go. Embryo cultivating. That's what it is. Warning, do not touch the vat. When the embryo is inside, it will disrupt egg forming. Yeah, so basically we just need to fuck off now, and we need to do something else, and return later, and hope that it works, because it can also just fail horribly. And if that's the case, hopefully the Dodo meat will have given me some more Dodo DNA. I guess there are chances bigger to find DNA in meat rather than in bones, because meat is made up of cells. Well, bones are made up of cells as well, but I think you get what I'm trying to go for. Hey Charles, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a little while. I should do another Bring Your Animal to Work day. I think I did that in Season 2 somewhere, on Animal Day, I think. When I brought Charles with me the entire time. Maybe we should do that again at some point. Maybe at next Animals Day. When the hell is Animals Day again? Is that somewhere in September? Let me look it up for you really quickly. I thought it was the 14th of September or something. Oh, the 4th of October. Oh, close enough. I had the 4 correct. And the October part was also correct. It was in October. It was in September. It was October. Also, I put some extra consignators down there. Perhaps we could also do something with the paddock here, because it's pretty difficult to see them. Anyway, so while the Dodo egg is hopefully cultivating and not exploding the entire laboratory, I'm going to go over to the aquatic park and I'm going to show you guys the new improvements that have been made with the aquatic park. I still need to finish the area around that square. I need to add another a museum area where the skeletons of all the aquatic creatures are displayed. And I also need a something. I don't really know what else I should add there. I need at least the museum with all the skeletons and something else. I don't know what else, but I need something else. Because we already have the souvenir shop, that as you can see is coming along. But the roof is being built. And also there's a floor in here now. And we also have a desk with our salesman over here. Only there's nothing to buy here at this point. But yeah, they'll change, of course. But yeah, the focus isn't really on the souvenir stand. The focus is more on the Mosasaurus Stadium to finish that thing properly and soon. So that we can focus on the other paddock, so that this entire aquatic park is done, and then we can focus on any of the other projects. But yeah, as you can see, it is alright. There are improvements here. There's the floor in here, the lights are up. The basic essentials are here, basically. Basic essentials are here, basically. Yeah. So that is the like minor improvements of the souvenir stand. Major improvements have been made over here at the Mosasaurus Stadium as we pass the Dodos turtles. As you can see, the Mosasaurus Stadium has come along very far, and I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, basically what we've done is we have this is the same pillars you saw in the last episodes. Only I thought there were only like 2 or so. I got 2 or 3. These are the same pillars. We didn't change anything there, but we just decorated them a bit on the side. Also, we made an extra layer because there are 2 layers in there. Well, 3 if you count the VIP box in there. Like below there will be the cafe area and the souvenir stand and stuff like that. Well, that will be on the main floor, and then on the top, on the second floor, will be the information area. Information about the Mosasaurus, about the time period where he lived, the seas, how that looked like, stuff like that. That's going to be up there. Yeah, so we made 2 layers for that. Also, we made some extra additions on the outside. We got a window for that second layer. We got the VIP box area finished up as well. There aren't any stairs, so you can't go anywhere. Also, we made the viewing dome down below and the entire paddock area around it. So there's a lot of improvements here. And as you can see, it's almost done. At least the outside, it's already done. If you look at it here, it's already done. Also, I'm slowly but surely placing more and more people back in that were added in the original Aquatic Park. So if you'll perhaps see your names appear. So yeah, here we go. This area is very empty and dark at this point, but this is where the souvenir stand and the restaurant is going to go. Some of you guys already suggested names for the restaurant, which is very useful. So thank you very much for that. I'll be taking a look at all your suggestions. But yeah, this is where the cafe and the souvenir stand are going to go. And some other things that I just need to figure out. Oh yeah, there's also going to be a conference room here somewhere. And stuff like that is going to go here. The more business-related stuff. The stuff where you can spend money on. And then on this floor will be the information stuff about the Mosasaurus, about how they lived, how they got extinct, stuff like that. So yeah, that's what this area is going to go. Also, but as I said, there aren't any stairs here yet, so you can't go anywhere at this point. But yeah, there will be stairs, of course, connecting you to all the areas. Also the VIP box, there will be some sort of special staircase that you can go in, so that you can enter there. And then there will also be a stairway going downstairs, so you can enter the underwater viewing dome. So yeah, this is the area from up top. You can see that the entire VIP box is finished now. I think the stadium already looks pretty cool, even without the roof, because I said there is going to be a roof over here. Not over the entire thing, not like all the way out there, but only over the seats areas, so that the people can sit in the shadow when it's noon and the sun is burning you alive. So yeah, I also replaced my Mosasaurus trainer, which is Rogue Enderman. This is the special platform area that I was talking about in the last episode, where the trainer can do the Mosasaurus feeding show. So yeah, you can have a nice view of all the seats. I also made some slight improvements on that island, and that looks like a very tiny island. Looks pretty cool. And yeah, here you can see that we have the finished area of the Mosasaurus paddock. And there's also another staircase, so you can actually dive down here and climb back out. Alright, so here is the viewing dome. It is very dark in here, so you can't really see through the glass from within the water. But I actually think I'm going to keep the dark look. You can't even when I bash my face against the glass, you can't even look through properly. But yeah, there's nothing really to see there to begin with, because there's nothing there. Sorry, I really need to drink something because I've got a very dry throat. But yeah, for now there's nothing in there, but I actually intend to keep the dark areas because I've seen it from inside. It actually looks pretty cool when it's dark in the viewing area and very light out there because of all the glowstone that I placed. So yeah, the Mosasaurus Stadium is coming along very nicely. The only the roof has to be put up, and I have to finish the second floor and add the staircases to all the areas. And once that is done, the entire exterior, or like the essential building areas of the Mosasaurus Stadium are done. Then we can actually focus on placing all the stuff inside, the restaurant, the souvenir stand, the information stuff like that. We can focus on getting that in there. And once that is done, the Mosasaurus area is completely finished. Also in the next episode, I'll talk about that when I end the episode off, which is going to be in a second or some. But yeah, as you can see, it is coming along quite nicely. So yeah, and that is very nice to see. So there are only a couple more things I have to add: the roof, the staircases to all the floors, and the floors themselves, and then the interior of all the floors. And then the Mosasaurus paddock is done, and then I can focus on getting the other paddocks for the other aquatic creatures done. Because basically, I want this project to be to focus on this, to get all the aquatic creatures out the Jurassic Lake as fast as possible. Because summer is coming up, and the visitors really want to, of course, when it's so hot, they really want to take a swim. But they can't, because if they do that now, they will be eaten by a pleurodont or something. So we need to fix that. Yeah, so I'll be focusing on getting the aquatic creatures in the park, on the aquatic park, as fast as possible once I finish the Mosasaurus Stadium as a whole. So you can still leave your suggestions of paddock ideas. We already have the suggestion for the Sarcosuchus paddock idea, so that is good. But others are always welcome, of course. Also, another little surprise kind of thing for the next. Well, I don't really know it's for the next episode, but for the next couple of episodes, I guess. We are doing some more research in the laboratory for extra aquatic creatures in the park. We've already done a nice selection of them. We're just testing and see whether we can get the DNA to work. But yeah, it's a very secret. Secret. It's kind of like an enclosed project, which is also why I didn't show. Well, I couldn't even find the DNA that I was talking about just then when I was looking for the Dodo DNA, because that project is basically it's a bit secret. You can call it secret if you want to, but yeah, you can't even get to the DNA properly. But yeah. I don't see any water in there, so I'm assuming that the cultivating went properly. Do we have a dodo egg? Yes, we do! We have a cultivated dodo egg. Nice. So we got one dodo egg there. We'll put it in here for now. Let's take a look at how the other things went. Do we have any more Dodo DNA out of that or not? Yeah, put it in this one. Oh, okay, so Dodo meat gives DNA only. That's what I was talking about. Then Dodo meat, it seems more... and we record storage, yeah. Let's store the Dodo DNA in here. Do we have any DNA here left? No, we do not. With the exception of this that we just put in. There's still these pigs out here. Need to kind of get rid of them, I guess. Yeah. So anyway, in the next episode, I'll end it off here. So hope you guys enjoyed it. In the next episode, we'll be placing the Mosasaurus in its paddock, because even though the stadium isn't done, the paddock itself is done. So of course, the Mosasaurus doesn't need to wait for the cafe and the souvenir stand to be finished, because he doesn't care about that. So in the next episode, we'll be placing the Mosasaurus in his new paddock. Also, hopefully, we'll be having some more progress done on the Mosasaurus Stadium, and perhaps I can already reveal to you guys my secret plan of adding extra aquatic creatures to the park. But we will see how far the laboratory research and development team is on that, because I'm completely dependent on how fast they are able to deliver their embryos. But there's not really a rush to it. Well, there kind of is, because we need to plan the building that we need for those aquatic creatures somewhere in the aquatic park, because it's going to be a pretty decently big building that goes accompanied with the creatures that I'm going to add. So There's a sort of a time limit to it, but not that high, because still, as you can see, how many episodes has it been that we're still working on the Mosasaurus Stadium, and I want to get the old aquatic creatures out there first, so that they can move them out of the Jurassic Lake. So the new creatures are very on the bottom of the Aquatic Park list of things to add, but still, because the building that we need for those creatures is going to be pretty big, we need some sort of we need them to be done rather quickly, because we need to plan it in. Anyway, there's a lot of technical shit that you guys don't have to worry about, but I do. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's what we're going to do in the next episode. I'm not going to repeat, because then the video would be 10 minutes longer again. So, just rewind a bit and you'll figure it out. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. So, click the like button if you did. Subscribe to be part of the Roman Army so you never miss any more videos. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button over here on the left of here, or the subscribe button underneath the video. Major Romans, Ave!